My name is Olivia Green, I'm 56 years old. My husband, Ethan, is 2 years older at 58. And our late arrival, a 15-year-old middle schooler. After all I've done for you, you're not on the pill or something, are you? Do you even want kids? All my colleagues are having more and more children. I wanted 3 sons, but we only have 1 daughter. And her personality isn't even cute, she won't make a good wife. It's sad, but it's all your fault, Olivia. You raised her to be unattractive. And lately, she's been talking back to me, acting nothing like me. Don't start talking about wanting to try for another child again. You're already an old woman who can't have more kids. Oh, look at the time. Being around you, nothing good ever happens. Ethan said this and left for work without taking the lunch I made for him. I met Ethan 20 years ago. At that time, I was 36, and Ethan was 38. Having a child meant facing the challenges of being an older parent. But after trying for 6 years, we were blessed with a daughter. She is precious to me, though Ethan doesn't seem to feel the same. Mom, are you okay? Oh, Emma, good morning. I'll make breakfast now. Did that old man say something again? You shouldn't care about it, Mom. Such a ridiculous old-fashioned guy, he's probably stubborn too. Don't say that. But thank you for being on my side. That's all I need. Thank you for being born. The incident happened that night. Ethan came home in a good mood and suddenly declared, "I've had a mistress for a while." What? She and my mother and I will have to take care of my daughter. So, you're out. At first, I was stunned. It seemed like a lie, almost theatrical. Ethan has a mistress? We had our arguments, but I thought we were happy together. Yet now, he wants to drive me, the person who has been supporting him quietly, out of our home. Why? Why would you do this? Pack your bags now. Well, as long as you have clothes, that should be enough. I'll give you a bag if you need one. After all, it's necessary for cutting ties. It's a pity, but I'll give it to you. Oh, and leave the jewelry. You must have some, right? For someone plain like you, it's pearls before swine. Well, you are quite the pig. Ethan laughed vulgarly. Have I wasted 20 years of my life on this man? That's just ridiculous. I'll take Emma with me. I said desperately, but Ethan wouldn't listen. So, stop acting like you're some kind of mother. You're really bad at getting things done, you know that? And you've been having a hard time with Emma, haven't you? I think Emma doesn't get along well with you either. It's fine, my mistress, my mom, and I will raise Emma. So you can just... What are you talking about? You stupid dad. Emma. The one who opened the door to the living room, in her pajamas, was my daughter. It seems she heard the conversation between her parents. Hey, Emma. You'd prefer a more beautiful woman as your mother, right? Ava is very beautiful, and she's a great cook and can do anything. Didn't your friends tease you about your grandma showing up at school events? You won't need to worry about that anymore. Ava is so beautiful. Tears spilled from my eyes. I was foolish to have devoted myself to such a man. I couldn't stop crying, and I was sobbing. As I broke down, Ethan just sighed as if annoyed. Oh no, there you go, playing the tragic heroine. Take a good look, Emma. This is the true nature of the woman who was your mother. She thinks crying will fix everything. Seriously, are you a child? It's so embarrassing. Right, Emma? You'll come with me, right? Sticking with this old woman will get you nowhere. Instead, let's live together with me and Ava. I'll take you anywhere you want to go. How about Disneyland or the amusement parks? We can go anywhere you want. Okay. Emma. My daughter had agreed to go with my husband. It was the worst possible outcome. I thought Emma was on my side. Emma, Emma. I looked up at my daughter. But then, in her pajamas, Emma continued. If you're going to take me away from my mom, there are conditions. Oh, good. You can ask for anything. I'm not stingy like Olivia. What is it? Something you want? To commemorate this, I'll buy you anything. Designer brands? Games? Jewelry? I can finally give you a decent life. Dad, there are 2 conditions, so please choose one. Listening to Ethan and Emma's conversation filled me with despair. The conversation was moving towards kicking me out. I thought I was going to be driven away. All right, I'll choose one. Sure, tell me anything. Your dad, will either prepare $180,000 for a divorce settlement and child support for mom, or take care of mom, who is ill, for the rest of her life. If you want to take me with you, you'll agree to these conditions, right? Oh, and just so you know, you can't run away, Dad. What? Hey, Emma? What are you talking about? It'd be better for you to have a capable woman as a role model, right? Besides, Ava will accept your rebellious phase. Who? This Ava woman. Follow a stranger and my dad? I'm not a kid to be lured with sweets. Don't treat me like a child. Sure, I'm rebelling against my parents, but the one I truly despise and am rebelling against is you, Dad. Oh, Dad? You. How can you speak to your father like that? Listen, Ava is an amazing woman. She graduated top of her class from Mylene Women's Academy and then went on to UC Berkeley, worked for top companies. And her cooking is so good that even professionals acknowledge it, and she's been invited to work as a chef in high-end restaurants. So what? Emma, what's with that attitude after listening in? Show a little gratitude to your parents. And, come on, wouldn't you get tired of such a useless and broken mother? She even burns the food sometimes, only finished high school, and comes from a poor family with no education or class. I picked her up, otherwise, she'd be lost by now. Even a child knows there are things you shouldn't say. What? My mom is not useless or broken. She works hard from morning till night for me and you, a capable mother. And what about you? You easily fell for another woman. If you can't love one woman, how you treat the second is bound to be miserable. How dare you? Your current life is all thanks to my hard work, right? Going to tutoring, buying sweets, and being fashionable, it's all thanks to me, right? You should stop looking down on me. What? Who decided to divorce and remarry without talking to me? You're not worth calling Dad. Even as a child, I understand that. So, which condition will you accept? Or are you planning to say neither, thinking only of yourself? Who's really the child here? Plus, if you're really going to divorce, children have a right to choose too, don't they? Don't you understand that, you useless dad? What did you say? Oh, stop it, Mom. I'm going with you, so don't worry. No way I'd follow such a dad. Emma declared and went upstairs. Damn, I'm going to bed too. Make sure you pack your things. I'm taking Emma no matter what. You're the one who's been abandoned. Ethan said and disappeared into his room downstairs. Left alone in the living room, I stayed up all night. I was thinking about what to do next. The next morning, I made breakfast as usual after a brief nap. I knew that today was a day off for both Emma and Ethan. I hoped there wouldn't be a continuation of the argument, but that was probably impossible. The first to wake up was Emma. Good morning, Mom. Oh, Emma, good morning. You're up early. Are you going somewhere today? Damn, what a noise early in the morning, conspiring like this. Ethan walked into the living room. He was changed into his casual clothes, different from his usual pajamas. Hey, Olivia. You've packed your stuff, right? Ava is coming over, so you better leave quickly. Seriously? Can't even read the room, there goes low education for you. You're one to talk, not high education either. Aren't you? Boasting about being a college grad from a fourth-tier university. Criticizing mom when you, who went to college, had to repeat years twice. Talking big but following such a stupid man, she's stupid too. Emma! Talking back like that. Is that okay? If you go with your economically powerless mom, you might not even be able to go to high school. Didn't you have a high school you promised to with your friends? If you can't go there, you'll have a dark future full of hardship. Not going to high school doesn't mean we'll never see each other again. We can always meet up, stay in touch over the phone. Is that the best threat you can come up with? Aren't you the useless one, Dad? Right? Internally, I applauded my daughter's sharp retort. To think my daughter could speak so maturely to an adult was impressive. Ethan was visibly hurt, but I had no obligation to help. Emma, you keep saying things like that. Did this stupid woman tell you to? Tell me, and your dad will set it straight. Here, take this. Anyway, if the conditions are impossible, I'm not going with you, and I'll definitely kick that mistress out. Don't you know? Mom has been visiting the doctor for a gastrointestinal disorder. But who drove her to this point? It was you, wasn't it? Mom is, working hard even while hiding her illness. Not understanding that, you really are a useless dad. Olivia, is it true, the gastrointestinal disorder? It's just a lie to keep Emma here, right? That's got to be it, generally. Emma. You too. What's this about having proof of an affair? Where is such a thing? Really, both mother and daughter lying, it's embarrassing, honestly. Proof? You want to see proof? Pictures of you entering a hotel, getting cozy with that woman, is that what you want to see? You clueless fool. Just what you said now is enough proof, and you still want to see it, you're the one who's messed up. Besides, I've had a detective take perfect photos, so you're finished. You still want to see them? Olivia? See, immediately seeking help from Mom. Mom won't help such trash. Not worth sympathy. Even a child can see that, and you can't? Are you really crazy? And this mistress is coming over? I would never let her into the house. Better to leave the house with Mom than let her in. Anyway, despite everything said, I'm not going with such a lousy dad. Emma, don't say that. I've said it many times, Ava is better than such a no-good mom. The doorbell rings. Emma moves first, but Ethan tells her, sit down. Because the mistress has arrived? Just be quiet. Ethan goes to the entrance and brings in the supposed mistress. I was shocked to see her. I thought he would bring a divorced woman about the same age, but instead, she was slim, heavily made up, and possibly not even 30. The thought of losing to such a woman, who reeks of perfume and is dressed in brand-name clothes, seemingly catching men with her body, suddenly infuriated me. Hello. Oh, this is Ethan's place. It's a condo, but not bad. Oh, you must be Emma, nice to me. Don't talk to me so casually, you stupid mistress. Hey, Emma. What are you saying to your new mom? Sorry, Ava. My ex-wife didn't teach her manners. Who's been supporting you all this time? My mom, right? I'll never call such a woman mother. Letting such a woman into our house, Dad, you're really messed up. Hey! Emma, what are you saying? It's okay, Ethan. A daughter in her rebellious phase just wants to assert herself. Emma, here. Don't call me by my name as if you know me. Only my friends and Mom can call me by my name. Being called by you makes my skin crawl. Just get out. What? Ethan? Emma was supposed to agree with this marriage, what's going on? It's different, that useless dad tried to finalize the remarriage with you and lied. Being a mistress and you don't even realize it. And normally, any girl would detest you. Emma, come on, this is a token of friendship, some luxury sweets, the mistress said, offering Emma a box of sweets. It was Emma's favorite kind. But Emma swatted the box to the floor. Who would take sweets from someone like you, a thieving cat? I'd like to see who would. Thinking you can win me over with sweets. That's an insult, isn't it? I don't want it. To think, failing twice in a fourth-tier college, what's so good about such a loser? What? Ethan, you said you graduated from Stanford University? What's this about a fourth-tier college? Were you deceiving me? Even saying Emma and her mom were estranged, that was a lie. Ethan. As Ethan and the mistress were arguing, Emma quickly left the living room and returned with a large envelope. Yes, it was the envelope from the detective agency we hired. This is the evidence of your affair. Captured perfectly. Entering the hotel, whatever you were doing there. Oh, really gross. You must have been doing something disgusting, right? Something you can't even say out loud. Filthy. Don't come any closer, okay? You're really disgusting. No, it's not like that. I just had a stomachache. Yeah, right. Just needed to use the bathroom, okay? Wow, in a hotel for 5 hours, just using the bathroom the whole time? Must be an inconvenience to the hotel, huh? And such excuses won't work. You entered the hotel on other days too, all because of a stomachache? This day? And this day? And this day? If it's always a stomachache, maybe you should see a doctor. Laughable. Making excuses like a child at your age. Are you taking me for a fool? You must have been cozying up with her. Big mistake if you thought I wouldn't understand anything because I'm a child. No way I'd go along with someone who has an affair like that. Mom is way more important, of course. You loser. The worst. Whether it's cheating or an affair, both are the lowest. Wait, Ethan. You said Emma hates her mom, so the divorce would go smoothly, right? Was that a lie? She clearly loves her mom. Well, this is... Hey, Mom. What do you think? Don't stay silent, say something. Planning to take me without agreeing to the conditions and can't even pay the alimony, yet. Emma, Ethan, and the mistress all turned their gaze towards me. I smiled broadly. Ethan, Ava, please leave. Wah. This conversation isn't over. Just go. Making such a fuss, what will the neighbors think? Ava, was it? That man is yours to keep. So please, never show up in front of me and Emma again. Fine. Should have just said that from the start. See ya. Mom. Finally, Emma tossed out the two's shoes and kicked the cheating man and his mistress out of our house. I made it clear. After kicking out Ethan and the mistress, I called my mother-in-law. Hi, it's me, Olivia. Oh, Olivia dear, are you okay? What's wrong? You sound so gloomy. Ethan and his mistress will be coming to you. I forwarded the content of our conversation and the evidence of the affair via email. Luckily, my mother-in-law has always been fond of me. I decided to take advantage of that kindness. What? That idiot son. Go ahead, divorce him. It's a waste of time for you and Emma to be involved with such an idiot. Don't worry. I'll handle everything. You and Emma should go back to your parents' house for now. I've got this. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. After hanging up, I told my daughter. Let's go to Grandma's house for a while. Yay! Will Grandma give him a good scolding? It seems so. Emma, thank you. I can't thank you enough, truly. No way. I just did it for my beloved mom. Later, I heard from my mother-in-law that Ethan and his mistress tried to win her over, but of course, that didn't work out. In the end, Ethan and his mistress were also kicked out from her house. For now, I left the divorce papers I'd prepared at the house and took my daughter back to my parents' house. My mom, Emma's maternal grandmother, was quite shocked at first, but after we explained the situation, she welcomed us in. "What kind of man does this? Having such a sweet daughter and going off with a mistress. He's the worst of all, really, just as Emma said. Your late father had a lawyer friend, let's see him right away." Things started moving quickly after that. First, I summarized everything that had been said and the evidence of the affair for the lawyer. If only we had a voice recorder, it would have been clear-cut, but we don't have anything like that now. However, even as a minor, Emma's account served as valuable testimony. I suffer from a gastrointestinal disorder, but it's because of my husband's verbal abuse. I was worried about whether such a claim would hold, but Emma, who had been listening in secret, spoke up in full support. My mother was outraged, and our female lawyer was appalled. "Is that what he said to you? That's clearly wrong. You should have come to us sooner. We definitely could have gotten a significant amount in damages. I don't want to move Emma to a different school right now, considering her schooling. Right, Emma is going to high school pretty soon. Emma, you remembered a lot. Don't worry, we will make sure to get the settlement from your dad." Emma and I shared a smile. After the divorce was finalized, I began receiving a substantial amount in alimony from my husband every month. The mistress, upon witnessing this, seems to have abandoned Ethan. Ethan once called me. "Ava left me. What should I do? Because of the alimony I have to pay you, Olivia, come back. Let's call off the divorce. Everything will go back to how it was, right? What a man. Wants to call off the divorce just to avoid paying alimony." I yelled into the phone. "Don't be ridiculous. Bringing a mistress and then saying you can't pay alimony. Have you forgotten what you did to me? I will never forget. Pay the alimony for the rest of your life. Child support? I told you I didn't want that, just the alimony. Pay up." I hung up after saying that. Accepting child support under the guise of child support would have meant allowing Emma to see Ethan. Accepting it would have given him a chance for visitation. Besides, Emma wouldn't want to see him. If I were in my daughter's shoes, I definitely wouldn't want that. And so, my life with Ethan came to an end. Emma, relieved from the stress caused by her father, was accepted into the American high school she had always aimed for. She graduated from middle school as the valedictorian. It truly felt like a cherry blossom moment. Then, as my daughter's future was decided, an unexpected call came in. "Olivia, I've caused you tremendous trouble." Ethan's mother, my mother-in-law, who has some physical disabilities, said, including an apology. "May I speak with Emma? I made sure Ethan would pay the alimony, so he won't be coming around this house anymore. But Emma is my precious granddaughter. I may not have noticed everything, but I do want to see my granddaughter." My mother-in-law was on my side. After discussing it with Emma, she referred to her as my dear grandmother and said she would visit her. My mother-in-law cried with joy over the phone. Then, a call came. It was from an unfamiliar number. Despite a bad feeling, it could have been someone I knew. I answered the call. "Hello? Who is this? How could you do this to me? Everything's ruined because of you." It was Ava's voice, loud enough to cause ringing in my ears. "Because of you, my lovey-dovey life with Ethan is over. What are you going to do about it? It's all your fault." Fleeing from the alimony and then saying that? Pathetic. What? Because of you, my life is over too. Why did you have to send evidence of the affair to Ethan's boss and mine? That's just outrageous. Please, play the tragic heroine all you want. I merely took my revenge. Oh, and I could claim alimony from you too, if you'd like. shall we go that route? It's fine by me, really. The call ended abruptly. As if she was fleeing. Yes, I was the one who sent evidence of the affair to both of their bosses, with the attitude of making them both suffer. I sent the photos and activity logs I received from the detective agency. But I have no regrets. After all, Ethan was the one who started the fight. I simply responded. Smirking to myself, serves them right, I thought. Emma is now preparing to move for her high school in London. Since I'm receiving proper alimony from Ethan, there won't be any trouble with Emma's tuition. Use it more for yourself, Mom. I'll be fine in London. Plus, I'm going with friends, so it's okay. After all, I'm your daughter. Emma said, then moved to London. My daughter is amazing, heading to London on her own without a hint of complaint. I didn't realize she was so brave. But it's going to be okay. She's my daughter, after all. Truly, such a cool kid. I'm so proud of her. I murmured this to myself while riding the train back to my parents' home. I had been living at my parents' home for a while, but then, one day, I received a call from my mother-in-law. It seems her health, already poor due to her disabilities, was getting worse. Though Ethan and I had cut ties, it was this mother-in-law who had been on my side during the divorce. Mom, could I go check on her? She was a great help during the divorce, and Ethan can't take care of her, so I want to see how she's doing. I talked it over with my mother several times. My own mother was hesitant to get involved with Ethan's parent, but it was my mother-in-law who had persuaded her during the divorce. For now, go see her. I'll be fine, even if she needs care. I want to live with you, Mom, but my mother-in-law has always been very kind to me. If she needs it, I'd like to take care of her. Well said. That's my daughter. She needs you, and since we owe her for the alimony, why not pay back the favor? Don't worry about me. And isn't your gastrointestinal disorder getting better? Don't worry about me, go ahead. Okay. After that, I went to see my mother-in-law, and her condition was indeed very bad, needing care. But Ethan taking care of her would be impossible. So, I decided to move in and take care of my mother-in-law. She had always cherished me, even when she was able to do household chores on her feet. We never had the typical mother-in-law and daughter-in-law problems, and she always praised me. My mother is healthy, so I don't need to worry about her. Olivia, I'm so sorry. Mother, it's okay. By the way, has Ethan contacted you? Well, I wouldn't accept any contact from such an idiot son. More importantly, how is my granddaughter doing in London? Is she doing well? Yes, oh, she sent some photos, and she seems to be fitting in well there. She was the first to stand up to her father when I was divorcing. She's brave, so she'll be fine. Well, maybe she got it from me. What a lovely granddaughter. I receive letters from Emma almost every month. Sometimes they include photos, which I look forward to.